Trunks? How bizarre. He has the same name as my son. Wait a second. A Super Saiyan from the future? Of course! It has to be! He's my son! Unbelievable!
The world I grew up in was devastated by Dr. Giro's androids. They took control of the planet and terrorized the population.
Is that your only goal? You think it ends there? Think about the next threat, in a year, or 5 or 10, or think about your pride! If Saiyan blood flows in your veins, if you're my son as you claim, then I won't tolerate you losing to anyone! You'll be the best, or you'll be nothing!
The androids continued their path of terror and finally found the excitement they were looking for when they slaughtered my father. I don't think you realize how much honor means to my father! It's the only thing that keeps him going. It's what makes him a warrior. Oh sure, some might see it as arrogance, but I think down at the core it's much more noble than that. I believe that's what my mother saw in him, and it's what I see too.
Spending an entire year in the hyperbolic time chamber was the most difficult task I've ever had to face. The gravity was so intense I could barely walk, the air was so thick I could hardly breathe, and the temperature fluctuated wildly, sometimes freezing cold, and others raging hot. Every day presented its own hardship, a new obstacle to be met and overcome. Of course, some days were harder than others, and just when I'd given up all hope, when I was sure that I wouldn't last another moment in that awful place, I saw him. In that instant, all of my fears and all of my pain dropped away. I knew only that I had to be strong. I had to step through that wall of flame. I had to do it. Suddenly, everything became clear. Those raging flames hadn't been a product of the time chamber at all. They had come from him, their intensity fueled by the one burning desire that consumed him. The desire to be the best. I knew then that my father would reach his goal. He would achieve an unprecedented new power level. He would surpass a Super Saiyan. And realizing this, I was left to face the trials of the void alone. The weeks and months that followed exist in my memory mostly as a blur. A seemingly endless succession of grueling days and sleepless nights. Never had I known such effort, and never had both my mind and my body been closer to the breaking point. But through it all I persisted, the enormous shadow that loomed over me a constant reminder of my goal. The blood that flows through my father's veins flows through mine as well. I was determined to prove this fact at all costs. My every thought, my every action was directed toward this singular purpose. I honored my father's wishes to be left alone, but I watched him from afar when I could, and I learned. I knew that my father would achieve the greatness he desired. He would climb any mountain that stood in his path, and I vowed that I would follow in his footsteps. I would make my own ascension, so that one day I might face my father as his equal, and he will know that I am his son. Father, one day I will prove myself to you. Maybe then you'll understand all of these dangers that you're so eager to face. You don't have to face them.
Trained me since back when Cell was on the loose, remember? Of course not. You think I keep some kind of diary under my pillow? There, Dad, you see? No need to hold back. You can spar with me at full strength. Grading on a 100-point scale. I give you a 30 at best.
Don't give up!
Hey, what's happening?
The color of the light. It's just like what's coming from Trunks.
You can do it, Trunks!
This is nuts. Why are you guys covered in fairy dust?
Compared to gods, then of course we're weak! But you can never make me ashamed of that! Because when mortals do join forces, that's when we can do anything! Because believing in our fellow man and helping each other to survive, that's what redeems us! That's what makes us who we are! Makes us worthy! That's what gives us our real power! All I've ever tried to do is save people. You say my choices make me evil, then that's what I'll be! Think about your pride! If Saiyan blood flows in your veins, if you're my son as you claim, then I won't tolerate you losing to anyone. You'll be the best, or you'll be nothing. This ends right now. I'm gonna kill you myself. You're a mere mortal. It's not about gods and mortals. You don't believe in anything but yourself, and we won't let you win. But I don't understand how it could be this strong. It feels chaotic. So many different energies melded together. This is the power of mortals fighting for each other. The power of believing in something bigger than just you! And silence! How dare you strike a god and retaliate against justice! I don't give a damn about you, or your so-called justice! In a year, or 5, or 10, or think about your pride! If Saiyan blood flows in your veins, if you're my son as you claim, then I won't tolerate you losing to anyone! You'll be the best, or you'll be nothing!